What's up, you MMTLP army and moneymakers? Welcome back to the channel. I'm a little late today. I apologize for that, but hey, it was a pretty busy day. MMTLP had such a great day today. We are up 3.80%. Nasdaq was down, S&P was down, Dow Jones was down, but guess what? MMTLP was up 3.80%. Why this is important? $7.11 because we got out of the zone. If you remember yesterday, we were struggling to go above $7 and $7.01. If it just sustains about that, we will be looking into more positive direction for MMTLP. So let's get into it. Before that, I just wanted to cover a couple of penny stocks that we have been also looking into. Number one is DVLP, the Golden Developing Solution. We were up 3.31% at 0.012. This is one of a great penny stock that I have been looking into for last few days, and we have been seeing such a good momentum. And as I always say, you have to look for your next big play or next small play that can make you some money while you're waiting for your current play. So guess what we have done so far? In 5 days, we are up 81%, which is massive. We went below 1 cent all the way to 2 or 1.25 cents, so which is again 81% gain. The second stock that I wanted to quickly put on the top of your list is COWI. So take a look, Carbon Matter Technologies. We are up 33% last 5 days. We are still hovering between 2 and 4, but what we have seen so far is we are not going as much towards the 2 level. Rather, we are sticking up around the 4 levels. So you really want to watch for that. Now, going back to MMTLP, I wanted to say, if you are part of MMTLP Army, hit the like button. We need 250 likes on this video. We want to spread the word out. We want to work as a team. And I wanted to show you, make the shorts pay. That is the strategy for MMTLP that we'll be covering. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will do my due diligence and post all the latest and greatest information based on my research, based on my analysis in this video. So hit the like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, motivate me. And let me know in the comment section below at what price point you bought MMTLP. Write down in the comment section below what price point that you bought MMTLP. We'll talk about where it'll go from here. Number one, I just wanted to, by the way, before we go there, today was the 11th consecutive day, if I remember correctly, that we are going up and up and up. We are making higher and higher lows. We are making higher and higher highs. This is very bullish sign, as we have been talking about. We have been doing a lot of great moves or great plays this year, starting from ILUS, CYBL, you name them. And MMTLP could be one of a kind, unique stock. For last 1 month, we are up close to 400%, which means $100 turns into $500. And where can you find that kind of return? Now, take a look about MMTLP. What is going on, folks? Right here, MMTLP, make this short pay. That is the strategy. By the way, just a disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. This is not an advice, educational purposes, or nothing like that. This is more of an entertainment purposes. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and all the disclaimers. But let's take a look what this article on Reddit says. The credit goes to the particular user before just 3 hours. And I thought this is pretty interesting. Wanted to share with you. Best strategy in making the shorts pay is for their defines. Defines is quite simple. Now, we, the retail investors, will determine what the shorts will pay. Why? Because there are it is going private. Now, why it is going private, I'll cover in a second, but you want to remember that Meta Materials Short Squeeze electrifies as S1 privatization filing is imminent, which means NEXTBRIDGE spin-off that we have been talking about. For NEXTBRIDGE Hydrocarbons spin-off that we have been talking about. So privatization, you can't really own the stock, and if you're shorting the stock, you will have to make sure before it goes private, you will need to cover. Now, if retail investors don't cover, their brokerage will cover. So the cover will happen at one point. And how the cover will happen? The cover will happen is the retail investor who is willing to sell and someone who wants to badly buy a stock. They will have to pay whatever the price because there is a deadline that you really need to meet. So we retail investors will determine what the shorts will pay for covering the short position. If we sell at the sell price very high, if they set it at 100 or 3-digit, $100 plus, the results are threefold. Number one, shorts will pay very handsomely for buying back for all the shares they shorted. Sky's the limit. Now, I wouldn't say you go crazy because there are certain limitations. I heard on brokerage platform you can only book plus or minus 20% in terms of the limit price. So again, do your part, do your due diligence, and we'll see what happens. But sky's the limit on the new highs for MMTLP share price. Can we go above $8 to $10? Probably very, very soon. So we will hit from $7 to $10, which is really, once again, 50% gain that we have been seeing. And it is very doable. If you see this 367% gain, right now we're about the volume or about the price point that we saw on October the 12th. Now, right now we are at $7.11, which is, I'll tell you in one moment why it's important, because the trend is not at 100%. When we had this price point of $6.69 or $6.70 that you see on October 12th, take a look. Where was the trend? This is the search trend, the way people search for a particular ticker. Take a look. North Dakota is what 100%. Rhode Island is 57, but average we saw 100% at on the October 12th, and we were at October 12th once again $6.69. Right now we are not even at 70. We are at 66, and we saw the higher price point than what we saw before on October the 12th. Right now, $7.11. Now think about when it goes to 100, that means more and more eyeballs are looking into it. We are seeing a lot more trend. We are seeing a lot more popularity. That means people are really looking into MMTLP. Now that is why you want to click the like button. The more likes I get on this video, the algorithm will spread the word out. So do your part. It's free. It doesn't really cost you anything. You can also click on the subscribe button if you don't want to miss out. Turn on the notification bell. Let's go back to what this says. The retail investors will see a significant return on the investment, or in other words, you can call it ROI, which is something that you buy for low and sell for high. That's how you make money when you click that small little sell button for stocks, right? For every share that they owned. And the third one is burn the shorts. Now that's where the MMTLP army is getting together. If the strategy is implemented for many of the retail investors, that will be life-changing results. This can make millionaires. We have seen millionaires in Dogecoin because the community was together. We have seen millionaires for AMC. We have seen millionaires made in GME as well. So stay the course. Do not set any stop losses, as it says. Do not sell for pennies for the dollars. And also a disclaimer that the author, the way it says, I am not a financial advisor, not a financial advice. It's for educational and information purposes only. Now, we already looked into the trend. Trend is looking great. We are going above, once again, the lower level that we hit, about 48 in terms of the search, for the search interest over time. We are going from 48 to 66. We will hit very soon about 75-80 points, and that is going to be a game-changing decision, or we'll see how that works out. But take a look on stock tweets, and that is why I look at multiple sources. Stock tweets, we see that MMTLP is at number 7. So again, it is not at number 1, not number 2, not number 5, number 7. So as it goes up the ranks, that means more and more people are looking into it. There is a lot more trend. A lot more people have started looking into it, and there will be some fear of missing out. You can call it a FOMO, because then more and more people will buy. And what happens next? The shorts will start selling. Now they'll start buying. Now once they start buying, if there are no people that they want to sell, that's when you call it a short squeeze. You can call it a gamma squeeze, and you can also look into the trend, the way the messages trend, message volume goes up, right? So we tried, kind of like we're sustained here at the moment. This will go in the upward direction. This was on October the 12th. We talked about $6.69, and right now we're not there yet. We're not at about 20,000 level if you think about the message volume. We are half than that at the moment, and we are seeing such a massive $7.11 price point. I would not be surprised within the next 1 or 2 days, it'll go all-time high, more than $7.51. We may see some resistance there, but after that, we can see $8 or $9 pretty quickly. More than 12,000 watchers, as you can see on my screen right here. Again, people are talking a ton about MMTLP. Don't want to forget that Metamaterial scheduled Q3 2022 results, corporate updates, so on and so forth. That may not add any value in the stock price, but you know what? It will keep the momentum up in terms of the news, in terms of making sure that the word goes out and people start looking more and more into it. What's going to be the biggest catalyst? That is the S1. Right now, we are at the Amendment 3. I'll cover that. But once the S1 is finalized, that will electrify the privatization, which is imminent, as you can see right here on Macro Cap Insider. NEXTBRIDGE hydrocarbon spin-off, which means the company will go private. And once the company goes private, whatever the short sellers are, they will given some deadline. And that timeline is, let's say, from 15 days, they will have to cover the shorts in order to make sure that they don't lose their shirt. Maybe they lose their pants. Who knows? Now, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the volume. Now, if you're new, the volume is number of shares transacted on a given trading day. So today, we saw the volume of 752,000 stocks that were traded in OTC market. Now, think about it. The OTC stock is going out of the zone for $5, and the market cap goes skyrocketed. $415 million, which is amazing in my honest opinion. We are still above the average volume of almost 700,000. We did 752, which is good. Now we saw more than a million yesterday. So let's take a look. More than a million, 1.2 yesterday. Today, 752. And if you take a look at iBorrow, and we have been looking into it, the availables right now, 50,000. Yesterday it was 40,000, as you remember, and the fees was lower. So yesterday we saw 40,000. The fees were about 22.3. Right now it is 24.3% is the fee. Available is 50,000. So you really want to keep an eye out. Right now we are rising in terms of the fees. As you can see, the availables are not that much as well. Does not really matter. 40,000 or 50,000 doesn't really change the game. Now, a lot of people are talking. It is trending on Reddit. It is also trending on stock tweets. And as you can see, it is also trending on in general search trend. Also on YouTube as well. Many people. I see a ton of comments. So write down in the comment section below if you have any questions. Also, write down what price point that you MMTLP you bought. And also write down what price point that you predict or expect for MMTLP. That is going to be fun game. Now looking for, this is the yesterday's Reddit post that someone was looking for $7.01 to close to eclipse the recent high. And guess what? We didn't cross just 711, we crossed 710 and we closed at $7.11. So that is, once again, we broke the resistance and it is looking pretty green, pretty juicy in my opinion. Can't sell my MMTLP. Amendment 3 is the key. Now, why it is the key? One of the reason is it will be confirming that it will go private, which means the shorts will have to cover on a given timeline, which is one of the biggest catalysts. One thing that you also want to note is the shorts are a bit worried at the moment. We started seeing 30, 40, 50, 60. We went all the way high up to 70.23% of the short volume, or the volume that was shorted on October 19th. Guess what? On November 1st, we started seeing it lower down pretty drastically because shorts are now worried that it may never go down that the way they're expecting. And which is when the gamma squeeze or short squeeze has started pumping up. So you want to also keep an eye out. I'm not able to see the recent data. Let me just go ahead and refresh for real quick. Oh, right now, we see the short volume today is 49.12. So definitely it's not as high as 70, but it's not as low as 23 as well. But we did not really cross the 50s that we saw yesterday, 53.20. So all in all, we are still stable. I don't see it's a bad shorted volume at the moment. Yes, it's higher. If it was 70, I would be really thinking like, what's going on, guys? But this is not a big deal. I still believe that the shorts are cautious. They are not going crazy. And we see that the short volume 370, give or takes 370,000, and our regular volume 750, as we already talked about. And this is the data for November 1st that I see on OTC shorts report, right? Now this is the short reports, once again OTC stocks, so might be some variance, but you want to just ballpark a number and start thinking about what's going on with a particular short stock, especially when people are talking about short squeeze. Again, what is the catalyst? The S1 privatization filing that is going to be the NEXTBRIDGE hydrocarbon spin-off, and it is going to be, once again, a big catalyst. We'll see a lot of momentum when there is some news out. I just wanted to keep you posted. If you like this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.